Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited. We are making a delicious recipe for vegan enchiladas. I can't believe I haven't even done an enchilada recipe on my channel yet because I love enchiladas. I have a recipe in my ebook and I do have one on my blog, but we've never done a video. And this is a whole new recipe that I think you guys are really going to love. It's so delicious, soy-free, nut-free, oil-free if you don't use vegan cheese in there. And it's really great for meal prep and it's just delicious. So let's get into our recipe. We are going to start this off by taking a 1/4 cup of water, placing that into a pan with some potatoes that I cut up into cubes. We're gonna toss that around, get all the potatoes moving and shaken, and then I put the lid on for a few minutes, cover it, let it cook, toss it around again, make sure there's enough water, make sure nothing's sticking, put the lid back on, and you're gonna do this for about 15 minutes. Don't be afraid to add more water in if you feel the potatoes need it, because you don't want them to really stick. You can of course add in a tablespoon of oil if you like as well. I'm just leaving this oil free. So once your potatoes are nice and fork tender, I can easily slide my fork in there like so. We are ready to move on to the next step. So I'm adding in a little more water just because we're gonna add in a few more ingredients and all the water's gone now. And then I'm gonna add in 1 can of black beans, toss that all together, and a 1/2 cup of frozen corn. So just mix that all up, get it all nice and incorporated. Then we're gonna add some seasonings. We're gonna add nutritional yeast, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little chili powder and salt. Exact measurements will be down below. And just mix it all up again. And we're just gonna let this cook for a few minutes, let the corn get nice and warm and the beans sort of soften. And it's okay if your potatoes aren't perfectly cooked because they're gonna go in the oven anyway. So now we're gonna make our enchilada sauce. So I'm going to use 1 can of tomato paste. This was a 6-ounce can, which I feel like is a little smaller. And we're gonna add in 2 cups of water. Then we're gonna add in a bunch of seasonings. They're all listed down below: salt, cumin, chili powder, tons of stuff in here, but that's what makes it taste so yummy. And you can of course buy enchilada sauce as long as it's vegan, but I like making it at home because as you can see, it's really simple and it tastes delicious. So I'm just gonna mix that up with my spatula, bring it to a boil for about 5 to 7 minutes, let it get a little thick, let the flavors get well mixed together, and then just give it a little taste before you start using it. Make sure it's salty enough and isn't too tart. So then in the bottom of my baking dish, I just poured some out. I didn't do an exact amount. And I'm just gonna put enough to cover the bottom. I just like to spread it out with a spatula. And now we're gonna make our enchiladas. So I took 1 tortilla and a few spoonfuls of that mixture. And I'm gonna keep it all to the side closest to me, kind of in a little log shape. And we're just gonna start rolling nice and tight. Don't worry if stuff falls off on the side, it's really not that big of a deal. And if you're making these for yourself like me, just throw it back in the mixture and use it again, as long as your counter is clean, which it should be. And then we're gonna put the enchilada in seam side down into the pan and get it all nice in the sauce. And you're just gonna repeat this with all your enchiladas. I know that this pan can fit 7 enchiladas, so that's how many I made, but this recipe is enough for 8 enchiladas. So just really roll it nice and tight and always put it seam side down so it can cook and kind of close up. And these just look so pretty all in there like this. Once all your enchiladas are in there, you're gonna pour the rest of your enchilada sauce on there. I took out 1/2 cup of enchilada sauce and saved that for later, which you can do if you want, or you could pour some on and then save some. But I highly suggest you save some and you'll have more than enough to do that. I gave it a little shake just to get the sauce kind of going in all the right spots. Wiggle it in there. And then I have my vegan cheddar cheese that I use my cheese melting hack for. Basically, you just mix the vegan shreds with a little almond milk and it gets nice and melty and it just cooks so much better in the oven. So I just spread that out and got it all saucy and good looking. So now we're gonna bake this in the oven, 375 for about 25 minutes. Obviously be sure to watch it, make sure nothing's burning. And then once they're all done baking, they're gonna look like this. And how beautiful do they look? The cheese is thickened up, the sauce is thickened up, the enchiladas are nice and cooked. And then I'm just gonna top it with some cilantro, avocado, and lime. I actually really hate cilantro, but it just looks so beautiful that I put it on here anyway, and I put some green onions, and that's it. All done. These are delicious and so good. Perfect really for any meal. I had them for breakfast this morning, my leftovers, and they make a lot, so you can meal prep this. Here's a little cut action for you, and I was looking, look at that cheese and that sauce. Oh my goodness, so good. If you guys haven't seen the vegan cheese melting hack, definitely watch it because it makes a difference. All right, guys, and that was our recipe. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, the full recipe is on my blog. There's a link in the description box down there for that, as well as all the ingredients listed out in the description box. If you like this recipe, you already know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are getting really close to 10,000 subscribers, so I am so excited for that. I put out new videos twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, so I will see you guys on Sunday with another recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.